It's Olympic season, and as I've been watching the 2026 Winter Olympics, I found myself reflecting more than cheering. Behind every powerful run and graceful routine is a story shaped by perseverance, discipline, and just showing up when no one is watching. In today's Mom's Perspective episode, I'm sharing a few Olympic moments and the life lessons they quietly reveal about raising our sons, and how, as moms, we can help them learn how to pursue their own version of gold. Welcome to Raising Boys with Purpose, a Christian parenting podcast for moms raising teens and young adult sons. I'm Brooke, a boy mom and parenting coach, and here we talk about raising sons, building character, and preparing our boys for adulthood with confidence and faith. Now, I admit, the Winter Olympics has always been my favorite. I think back to being a little girl and just being completely captivated by figure skating. The music, the grace, and just the sparkle of it all. I loved watching the speed and daring of skiing and skating, but I never stopped to think about what it actually took for those athletes to get there. I didn't realize then that many of them had been training since childhood, long before anyone was watching. Now, as an adult, I see it differently. I see the discipline, the early mornings, the years of quiet practice, and I can't help but think about our own sons, their growth, their effort, and the kind of character being shaped long before the world ever sees it. And maybe that's part of God's design, that the unseen seasons matter just as much as the spotlight moments. As we raise our boys, so much of what we're building happens quietly, faithfully, one small lesson at a time. So today, I want to reflect on what the Olympics can teach us, not just about achievement, but about the steady, faithful work that prepares our sons for whatever future God has for them. When I started paying closer attention to the Olympics this year, a couple of stories really stayed with me. Not just because of the medals or the performances, but because of what was happening behind the scenes. Two athletes in particular really caught my attention. Maxim Naumov, because of a personal tragedy he endured, and Mikaela Shiffrin, because of something she said in an interview that, kind of made me pause. Both are elites in their field, but their deeper stories are what made me think about our sons. Many of you may remember the mid-air collision between American Airlines jet and an Army Black Hawk helicopter in January of 2025. The tragedy struck even closer to the skating community because 28 members of the U.S. figure skating team were, on the flight, including Maxim's parents. They had been returning from a development camp in Kansas, and the only reason he wasn't on that same flight was that he had left earlier after competing in the U.S. championships. Now, I remember hearing about the story at the time, but watching him skate in the Olympics this year, I realized it had only been a year since he lost his parents, and they were also his coaches. At just 24 years old, he could have stepped away or just taken a break. No one would have questioned it. He could have paused his career and returned later. Instead, he chose to keep training. He chose to honor their memory. He called his family's mantra, "We have to fight." And he did. That perseverance led him to an Olympic bronze medal. And then there's Mikaela Shiffrin. We've been enjoying the skiing this year, and I've always been amazed at the speed and control. I don't follow the sport closely, but after she placed fourth in the team combined event, something she said in an interview really stood out to me. She said, "It's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure to be racing. Just got to keep moving forward." And then she'd added something even more powerful. "Every time I fell down, I got up and got back in the start and kept racing." When I looked into her story more, I realized resilience isn't just something she talks about. It's something she lives. Even when she struggled with past failures on the slopes, she's been committed to keep showing up. And as a mom watching these athletes, I wasn't just impressed by their talent. I was struck by their mindset. These young men and women are living examples for our teens and young adults. They remind us that when life knocks you down, you get back up. When motivation fades, you show up anyway. When grief or failure hits, you keep moving forward. So, Mama, maybe this week isn't just about watching the Olympics. Maybe it's about noticing the conversations they open up. Ask your son what stood out to him. Talk about the athletes who keep going when things got hard. Because long after the medals are put away, the lessons remain. Showing up matters. Perseverance matters. Character matters. And in the quiet, unseen seasons of parenting, God is shaping something strong in your son and in you. If this episode of Raising Boys with Purpose encouraged you, please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss future episodes of this podcast. And if you're raising a teen or young adult son and want encouragement and practical guidance, come join us in the Raising Boys with Purpose Facebook community. The link is below. Thanks for being here today. Now grab your iced coffee, hug your son, and remember, you're raising him with purpose.